Knicks family, welcome back to the Garden Knicks podcast. I'm your host, Apollo Reed. I'm with my co-hosts, Andre Jalil and Rick the Ruler. How y'all doing tonight, man?
Doing all right, man. As you can see, my hat says, "We ain't here.
I see the ink in there. That was real dope.
We ain't here."
You gotta get a little closer so they can see that.
See that? We ain't here.
Yo, you silly for that one.
Y'all looking for? Who y'all looking for? The Knicks? We ain't here.
They ain't here. They ain't here.
Our
I
defense
don't
isn't
know.
like Brooklyn, huh?
This team is anyway. So we lose to the Hawks at MSG, 112-99. We were lucky enough to not have Trae Young for the entire game. We still got our ass whooped. That's the time.
It was like when he went out, they went on a run.
That's the type of energy I want today. So
It was already on the run when he went out.
I mean, but not on the roll they were going on with.
They
Dejounte
let the dude
Murray.
that I wanted on the team just kill him, just bust him.
Dejounte Murray
they
just
were on
took
the
that
path.
team to another freaking level because he plays
6
defense.
steals, bro.
I mean, listen, we all know. I think all three of us wanted Dejounte Murray.
Oh yeah.
And this offseason when we heard that he was available for trade. You know, that's what they were looking for, the 3 draft picks, and we're like, shit, we got that. That's all you want? No. Apparently, Atlanta lucked up with him. Now, Atlanta's not gonna win a championship this year. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that, and I also don't think that Dejounte Murray would have changed anything for this team. I think there's 3 big reasons why this team plays bad when we play bad as often as we play bad. And the 3 things that I'm always going to stay with.
Coach.
No, that's one of the 3. It's one of the 3, but not fully. It's effort. Always comes down to effort. The second thing that it's, probably goes unsaid is this: the roster construction is completely terrible. The way this roster is constructed is not good. It's not. I don't want to be that podcast. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This is not every single time for the past 2 years that we played the Atlanta Hawks. What do? They run a zone. Simple, bro. It's 2022 and a 2-3 zone is exactly what they need to stop us. That shit is fucking ridiculous. I'm sorry. I can't continue to watch this same squad. Like I've always said, I will stand by it. You can't have RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, and Mitchell Robinson on the team, and it's going to be a successful team. It's not. There's no way it can happen. The way this floor spacing, it's not going to work. There's no way it can work. And I've been saying that for a long time. I like these guys individually. I don't have any problem with these guys individually. But as a team, I cannot have any confidence.
I have a problem with a few individuals.
I mean, if you look at the stats tonight, you can have a problem with a bunch of guys. The problem is not the stats. The roster construction is poor. The league knows exactly how to guard us. I think the first few games it was like, oh shit, they got a point guard. All right, well, and then everybody kind of like adjusted to the fact that we got a point guard, and it's right back to
He's the best player on the team, bro.
Well, clearly, by far, he's the only one with a brain out there half the time. You got
Julius Randle has to be one of the dumbest players. I don't know what you do. One of the things that got me nuts, that was bothering me, like I saw D Rose doing it. They gave the ball up, right? So the ball is in the paint. Like dudes are standing around the perimeter, like nobody's moving.
Yeah.
So like Julius will need help. You see he's dribbling. You go to the spot. You know when you're the point guard, I got you. I'm over here. But they standing there like, let him work his magic. They like this. They like literally just standing there. And it drives me nuts because y'all can hear my TV.
Yes. Go ahead.
But that's one of the things. But when you talk about spacing and you talk about structure of the team, that's coaching.
I wanna.
Let me.
You reading the chat? Don't read
first
the chat.
First of all, my bad. I went on a little rant because I was pissed. But
you should be.
Shout out to the chat. Appreciate y'all.
Hat whisperer, you got to do that.
Hat whisperer, Dobbs, and CIA. Yo, I don't know, fam.
Let me tell you what I'd have done. Like I told y'all what I wanted when this whole thing in Boston happened. I'd have been on the phone because I just saw the notification came up, said the Nets was on the phone with Udoka the whole time. I'd have been, if I'm not in front office, I'd have been like, yo, like, if you think about coming to New York anyway, you might as well just come to the Knicks. So we lose one more game, Tibbs is out of here, then we got you. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Something be like, I'm just like so annoyed. Like, I think Tibbs is a big part of the problem. But I don't, maybe you guys see something different.
Well, that was the third part.
Well, before you get to that, I want to comment on effort because I totally agree. Like from the beginning of the game, I was saying, yo, Julius looks mad slow. He looks lazy. He looks like he don't want to work. He stepped it up a little bit, but it just seemed like if you ain't gonna be here to play, and this is the first quarter I'm talking about. I'm talking about the game.
Yeah, you saw it super early. Before I even noticed, you was like, yo, Randall's playing slow.
Like and I try to support the guy because everybody's hard on him. But like, because I do see flashes of things. I'm like, yo, I like that. Like when he gets aggressive, I like that.
That's the other thing. He won't dunk it. He kept missing layups.
Doesn't dunk. Yeah, he doesn't dunk for some reason. I mean,
I've been telling y'all that. Like, why is he not dunking the ball? Like, I don't get that.
I don't know.
You know how many points he left out there by missing layups and all of that, not dunking it? That was like 8 points that I remember seeing.
Yeah. I remember you hated that about Melo too.
Yeah, like, yo, dunk the ball, bro. Like, what are y'all doing? Dude chasing you down and you missing it because you're putting up a layup?
Yeah. He's looking for the whistle. I don't know.
Fam.
But I was very disappointed in what I saw tonight, though. And it's the second time this season at home we've done that. We almost gave it up to who was it that we did overtime with? What team was that? We had to take it to overtime to beat them, even though we had like a 20-point lead during the game.
Dude,
yo, the guys were talking about it after the game.
Don't like it.
How they leave him open all game?
No. They were talking about. My bad. I kind of zoned out, but they were talking. Pito, Han, and Zerbiak were talking about how Dejounte Murray just took charge of the game, and no one on the Knicks said, "You know what? All right, I got that.
I'm gonna lock him down."
Yeah, not even that. I'm gonna just go at you. I'm gonna give you the same energy on offense that you give him. When are we gonna get that guy, dog? You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have that guy. We don't have RJ's not that guy.
The only person I saw out there that was doing it was Quickly.
Quickly got a little bit of it in him. Quickly does. But at the same time, you don't know what you're gonna get out of Quickly.
Exactly. I say that every show. You got me
saying that all the time. That's the same thing.
It's true.
You don't know what you're getting from it.
It's true. But he was showing heart. He did not look like they were down. He the way he was playing, it didn't look like we were down by as much as we were. He gave that effort like he was on the court. He had more rebounds than everybody on the court. And this is
but that's what he was saying. Yes, he's out there. Well, Robinson kept getting stupid fouls.
Well,
one foul I didn't agree with. But
Emmanuel,
there was one, there was one on the paint where the dude ran into him. I think they were chasing the ball down, but that wasn't a foul. You're right.
And he took it. He took it well. He was just like, whatever.
Yeah.
See, this is the thing. There's a chemistry issue. First of all, there's just a flow of offense, and I'm gonna continue to say it until this shit changes. You have to get Evan Fournier out of that starting lineup.
Yeah, he's got to go, bro.
He is not the problem. Don't get me wrong, but he does not help.
Right.
There's so many instances in the first quarter. I'm just watching. He's taking shot after shot after shot and missing. Poor defense. And then when he finally hits a three, it's like, see, but that's why we have him. No, I don't need somebody
No, we don't need
to
that.
hit a three and not play defense and take bad shots. And every time they make one shot, it's like, all right, well, at least he made it. No, it's poor offense. It's poor defense. Why is he the starter?
Dude, he is horrendous defense.
Bro, I would much rather Cam, with everything that I'm not sure about with that kid, start than Evan Fournier every single game. Yo, first of all, you had to know as Dejounte Murray, who guarding me tonight?
Brunson.
That's the only question you got to ask. Coach, we good. We don't need a game plan. I don't need a game plan with Evan Fournier guarding me. What is move? Everybody move, please. And let me put 30 points on the board. Because he can't listen, like I said, he's not the problem, but he's not stopping anything.
Right.
It's just momentum, and that's what goes to my last point in coaching. Learning when and what guy to play with what unit. You don't got to do this full swap of platoons every single time you make a sub.
What was that text? I misunderstood your text because you said that during the game. I don't understand how the same 10 guys. What were you saying? Who's over there clicking?
I'm just saying that these guys should be two different teams in one night. You can be up by 23 and then lose by 13.
Right,
that's what I was saying. I don't see how 10 guys can play two different games in one night. But it's that starting unit has to figure something out. When you make the coach have to run with the bench against the other team's starting five, that's an issue. It's an issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand. I don't understand how you have to figure out a better way. Like quickly, I would rather start at the 2. Like, why not at this point? Why not? If I don't mind seeing Cam starting at the 2, why not have quickly?
The problem with me, Josh. The problem with me is why I've always said this. Why is this even like a discussion? Like this dude being this horrible. Something's got to give. Because you paying him that salary. You didn't have a problem benching up Kemba Walker last season. Why is this dude getting all of these opportunities and he can't defend anyone? Dude, like he's standing there. I said on the last one, he's like, he got concrete feet. The dude can't even move. And then he's not even shooting like we would hope he would shoot.
The fact of the matter, the worst part about it is put the
numbers up.
He feels entitled in what he did last year. So, all right.
Hold on. Where's Evans? Go speak to Evans. Negative.
First of
all the starters got negative.
All the starters got negatives, but negative 20 from Fournier
but he got negative 20.
Yeah, listen, he only played 18 minutes, 40 seconds.
I know it went that high.
I've seen higher negative 20s on Julius before last year.
Yo, negative 20.
Yeah, it was bad. But let's just look at the shots.
But
I want to look at the shots, man.
Look at his score.
Just one-on-one.
Let's just look at it.
See how deep he goes in the paint? Like that.
First of all, let's just watch the defense.
Yeah, he got it. But this part right here, when he goes all the way in, let's say that he got stopped. Trae Young will be wide open for the next
wide open.
Travel right
wide
there.
Open. Yeah, it was.
Now, that's a good shot.
It was a decent shot.
Okay.
Cool. When you're a shooter,
I mean, attempt.
This is what I mean.
Yeah. Like all you need is uncontested for like 2 seconds, and it's a good shot.
But this is what I'm saying.
As long as you square it up.
Is it worth him starting?
No. Oh yeah.
No, nobody is fighting for him to start. Nobody.
No, I know that's not what you're saying. Nah, this is the point that I'm proving. This is the kind of offense that you get from a starter. When there's clear tempo issues, there's a lot of offense you can't run.
But I think they're giving him some leash because of what he did previous seasons as far as scoring. But like, if he doesn't
Never
improve
won.
what he's doing,
He never
he
won.
needs to sit. That was a
He
stupid
never
foul there.
won. He never won anywhere that he's ever played at. He's never won, bro. In Orlando, he didn't win.
No,
He didn't. I mean, when he played for the Celtics, like it was basically like they didn't play well that year. So, it's what can you really say about Evan Fournier on the Celtics? The Celtics were a good team before he got there. So if they did anything, it wasn't due to Evan Fournier. And then they got rid of him as soon as they got him, right? It was basically like a year and change. And then he had some kind of injury or something. I don't hate the guy. I don't want him off the team. But you can't be in my starting lineup. I don't know if I want you off the team yet. You might have a role on this team. It's just not as a starter. And this is why I have my frustrations with the coach. Because you should know, like, all right, maybe let's try this game. Let's get a juice with the starting unit by let's throw quickly in there. Let's throw Reddish in there to start over Evan. You think Evan really wouldn't understand that? You think he would really fight you on that, coach? And if he would, then how much of a control do you have over this locker room? You know what I mean? I was talking to Dobbs, the Hat Whisperer in the chat, on Facebook, and he was saying when you have a coach like Darvin Ham, like the Lakers did, and they would be able to get Russell Westbrook to agree to come off the bench into a different role, that's something that's very difficult. Now, they're not winning. That's nothing to applaud that much. But the fact that you can get someone who is a perennial, who's going to be a Hall of Famer, to come off the bench for your team and to be okay with it and it not to damage his morale, that's coaching. You know what I'm saying? That's coaching. And, and Joe, understand what you're saying, bro. One game is not representative of the season, but how many games are we going to come here every year and have the same exact thing with the same players? It's not the entire. I'm not going to expect any. I'm also not expecting anything for what the season is. I just want to know what's going to change from last year. Besides for Jalen Brunson and Isaiah Hartenstein, I don't see much difference. I don't see a difference in offense. I don't see much of a difference in Julius outside of his demeanor, which has been better. But it's pretty much the same. Huh?
It's half the battle.
It's half the battle, right. But what has changed? I need to see some change. I don't know what this team is going to be.
Put that comment back up. And what were you guys expecting as a record before the season started?
Record.
I don't know if that's like you're really asking, or if you're saying are we surprised that we're not doing well? Like I don't know how to take that. Because whatever I expect our record to be, I expect the team to do better than what I expect.
I mean, to be honest with you, I would not expect them to be more. From what I've seen so far, they're about a 500 team. That's just what I've seen so far. I think there's nights that they can beat some good teams, and we'll come in here and we'll be like, look, this is what this team can do. But can we do it consistently? That's the issue. And how consistently can we do it with other teams that know exactly how we're going to run and how our offense moves? You know what I mean? And it's really based off of how good Jalen Brunson plays. If this team is only going to play good when Jalen Brunson plays good, then that's an issue.
It is, because he's not going to play well every single night.
Yeah. You have to construct a better roster than that.
See, you know what I mean? Regular Joe is saying is what Andre and I were just talking about, I think before the show started.
Joe said, "What's going on, Joe?" He said, we just had to watch two different players in two consecutive games that we could have gone out and got. Go nuts against us. It's super frustrating." And that's
30 points each. 30 points each.
But look, and this is also what I'm saying. And I sat there and I had the same thought. And I'm like, Donovan, and then Deontay. But then I'm like, am I guaranteeing that we would be a much better team if those guys were just on our team?
Not when the coaching is what they are. Not when Julius is doing what
even with the coaching, you're going to be in a better position because these players are better.
Nah, bro.
These players are better.
I'm not rocking with that until I see better coaching. I can't. You have not shown me you can coach the team the way the need the listen, and I'm not blaming fully everything on coach. These guys got to go out there and play basketball better as well. But when I say I don't
if you
see
have better
the system,
players, they will play. You will get a better game,
right,
regardless
bro,
of how bad the coach is.
I understand that, but as I said before, the problem is roster construction. You add Dejounte Murray or Donovan Mitchell to this team, and of course they're going to score a lot of points. It's going to look nice. We're going to lose a lot of games still. Still. Poor coaching and roster construction, bro.
Yeah. I mean, the Spurs were losing a lot of games with him last year with a way better coach. So I don't think that we get that one player. It makes
and
that
then it
difference.
Changes much.
No,
right. But so this is what I'm saying about because if we got DeJounte Murray, we wouldn't have we wouldn't have Jalen. But we could have had Jalen and had
Donovan
and had
Donovan Mitchell.
We could have had Donovan Mitchell, but we would have lost all these other guys. We wouldn't have had a roster. So I don't think we'd be in a much better place. So I kind of like that. Like I said before, I'm still standing by. I'm glad we didn't get him because I think we have a better team. I think that a lot of the things that the Knicks have to do is because what I think we have still is leverage. We still got 11 picks. I think that, like I said, one of the things I think plays out during the season, Lakers are playing horrible. Somebody's got to move.
Yeah.
I think that the Phoenix is trying to get rid of this dude. They never let him suit up. What's his name? What's my man over there that can shoot threes and play good defense over there on Phoenix that hasn't suited up this whole season?
Phoenix?
Yeah. What's the dude with the long locks? He got the long lock that they wrap together all the way.
Oh, that he's not. I know you're talking about the Jay.
Yeah, Jay Crowder.
Jay Crowder
still hasn't suited up for them. Brooklyn is looking horrible. They just got a new coach, so they probably gonna see how things. But all of these things that develop when the teams don't play well, a lot of times there's an opportunity. So the Knicks may be able to go get somebody from a team that's not doing well or not doing as expected or whatever the case may be. That's why I like that we didn't go get Donovan. But it is frustrating to see somebody like him have the game he has against us, because that's my thing. Play good against the teams that we could have had those squads on us. Like somebody play with some type of intensity. That's the thing that kills me about that.
And Joe's at it again. He never rides high hands, subs out lineups that are getting it done.
Right. Let
just
them
because
play.
his robotic rotations call for it. Like, are you watching? And this is what I'm saying. You don't have to sub out all 5 guys just because you got other 5 guys to sub out.
Right.
Read the game. Who's hot? Who's not? May said it best. Bro, like, I don't...
Who sell out in the stores? Like, if they don't sell out in the stores, you know what I'm saying? Don't put them out there.
But no, seriously though, like it's annoying. Like at the end of the game, he puts a minute and 5 seconds left. Why is Julius, RJ, and Brunson getting put? Well, Brunson was already in. Why is Julius and RJ getting put back in the game? For what? You're down by double.
For the comeback.
For the comeback?
Yeah, we got a minute and something left.
Coming back for a quarter and a half.
We got a minute and something.
He was coming back for a quarter and a half, bro. Like, and this is what I'm saying. Sometimes I really feel like because of his experience, he's delusional sometimes. Like sometimes he goes off of things like, oh nah, I lost like this before, so let me try it this way now. And it's like, nah, dog, like, yo, just rock with what we were doing. You was good. Where you at? Nah, these guys gonna need rest. No, bro, keep the lead. How about that? Like, let's just do that. The other game, the last game,
he'll just switch him out. Like, we'll get a nice little lead, and he's switching people out.
Yeah.
The last game we lost. I love Obi. Obi had like 2 back-to-back turnovers. And like, bro, rest. Just sit him. Just sit him. Just sit him. Real quick. Let him get his thoughts together. Bring him back in 5 minutes later. Like, sit him, not to sit him for the rest of the quarter. Sit him, talk to him about what you want to see, and then throw him back out here, because that gives them the confidence that he needs to say, oh, okay, that's what I need. And then you have way more potential of Obi playing up to what he's supposed to be when you are encouraged by your coach than when you go out there and you make a mistake finally and then he throws you out of the game. You don't learn like that. You play in fear, and that's how Obi plays. Half the time, Obi's playing in fear of getting pulled out of the damn game because he's not being coached the right way. And this is my opinion. That's just how I see it. I might be wrong, but I played basketball for a while, and I know how it feels when somebody pulls you out the game and don't tell you what the hell you did wrong. But then you got to go out there and figure it out the next time he throws you back out there.
Yeah, and I agree, because you can see it in Obi's face. Like the first time he makes a mistake, he's just like, and then like you see him make 3 other mistakes after that because he knows he's gonna get pulled. You're absolutely correct, and you won't see him again until probably the 4th quarter
or the rest of the game. Well, next game, you might see him next game.
I think the kid's got a bright future. But like again, what we're talking about right now is the coaching,
right?
And we've been talking about that every year. I just think that I'm starting to believe that this guy is overrated as a coach because he's supposed to be this defensive coach. I don't see none of that. I mean, we may not have the players. I know he said Quickly is underrated as a defender. If that's the case, start him because at least we need that. At least he could shoot. In my book, he's just as good a shooter as
Fournier and younger, and he can handle the ball. Like, and the type of turnovers that I see Fournier get half the time, and like I said,
look like a bum.
I don't want him off the team. I just want him out of my starting lineup so that they can function a little bit better.
He's the guy that he shouldn't have a definite rotation. He should have a situational role. He shouldn't even be coming off the bench unless not for nothing. I'm not liking what I see out of Reddish either.
And that's the sad part.
As far as I'm concerned,
we would rather see Reddish start.
I don't like Reddish's game. He's not showing me nothing. I mean, the dude had a good game.
Yeah.
And the dude, I don't know. Like I said, the way he moves just scares me. Like he seems like sometimes he's into it. He seems like he's into the game as long as he's having a good game.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't seem to help when he's not out there. He's not busting his ass to get back on.
He never looks like he's into the game.
That's what I'm saying. He doesn't look like he's into the game. I don't know if you're going to get anything out of that dude. If like I've been saying this before, and this is completely out of the blue. I've been saying this as for fun. You got somebody like Wiggins, the package, which won't happen. Somebody like Wiggins, but that kind of 2-guard who could play defense, who could score, who could dunk on people. Is you get rid of Fournier and you package him with Reddish, because those dudes got to go. I'm sorry, I don't know who's stupid enough to take these dudes, but these dudes got to go. I don't know, and I would swap in my world. Who do we just say, homeboy in Phoenix for Julius?
Jay Crowder.
Yeah, Crowder. Because they said any team Jay Crowder goes to gets better. They was like on the sneak. Any team he goes
because he's a glue guy who plays defense and just shoots threes.
He plays the game and he plays hard all game.
Yeah, like you space the floor on offense. You make the smart pass. You make the tough play. You put your body on the line. Like, you don't need to have 70 crossovers in your arsenal to affect the team to make them win basketball games.
Dude, it is so frustrating watching that game. The fact that we can go up 23 points.
Please.
The fact that we have the ability and the talent to do that, and then you turn around and it's like, go on, and then you got like one guy you can really place it with Trey on the bench. That's frustrating, and that's coaching.
Can I tell you how traumatized I am by the Knicks? Is that even
when they were up 23, you were like, "We're gonna lose."
I still was just like,
"Yeah, I don't believe it."
I can't.
It was way too early for me. It was way too early.
I can't.
Yeah,
way too early.
That's exactly. It was.
That's how you know we're Knicks fan. That's how you know we're Knicks fan.
Yeah. I believe that if I see that with 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Right. Yeah. And even then, I'm just like, wait till that last minute because
it's like, yo, you never know.
They notoriously blow their leads, and I don't know what it's about because we have different players, different coaches, different everything, different staff, but yet it just seems like it's a New York thing to just get leads and then blow them
and lose it.
Yo, I swear, I really think if they can give up a 9-point play, they would. If they really could, they would. As often as they possibly could.
They like making the games interesting.
Every single time they're up.
See if we could. Don't want to give them 9 points. See if we could pull this out.
And then my thing about it is, he would be the worst doctor in the world because he does not know how to stop the bleeding at all. You go down. how do you get all the way down from 23? It might be like 8. I think it was like 8 or 9 points, and then coach is like, "All right, something's up here." Coach, yo, it's been, you already gave up like 14 points. Like, what are we talking about here? Like,
Nah. He called timeouts. But
he
then
called
they came
timeouts
back
and
out and
putting the
nothing
same.
changed.
I could call a
nothing
timeout.
changed.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like, he
I could
kept
call
calling
a timeout.
timeouts and putting the same units back in.
Yeah.
Same unit, same exact unit. Didn't make a change.
Like, yo,
to the
y'all need a
lineup.
second? Y'all good? No. We ain't gonna put nobody else in. Y'all all right? All right, let's go.
Put your
All
warmers
three.
back on. I didn't call you. These guys are going right back in. They got it.
Quickly, wrap your knees back up. You stay. Yeah, good. Julius,
See-
how you feeling?
see, look.
Get out of here, bro.
And this is also Joe. This is a good point. He says these guys you guys are talking about are not a level, but yet they're starters, and that's the problem. And that's
what we
our
got.
issue. And that's, and then, going back to your comment earlier when you're saying that, what do we expect? Like, yo, what can you truly expect? And you're saying it's still early in the season, but let's be honest, we know who these guys are at this point. A lot
This
of
is
these
the thing.
guys.
This is who we got.
This is who we got. You know what I'm saying? Some of these guys will get a little bit better. I do see RJ getting a little bit better. He has a way longer of a road to go than a lot of people think. But I like his effort.
RJ.
The skill, he's gonna have to work with some stuff.
During
But
the
I
game, what I was actually thinking about is like I was wishing that Kobe was still around just to train with that guy because I think he needs somebody because I don't know who he's training with, but it just seems like
he needs someone who's going to challenge him differently.
forms, but it's the same stuff, man.
He needs someone who's going, because like this, and this is what I'm saying, and it's kind of what we did the show with Eru. Shout out Die Hard Knicks. He's working on things with Drew Hanlon. Now, first of all, he's been working with Drew Hanlon for years. Cool. Consistency, having someone who knows your game. But I think it's always healthy to throw in a little bit of a different, like Jordan stayed with Tim Grover damn near as long as he possibly could, right? But there was a reason why he stayed with Tim Grover. Like, he was winning. I wouldn't change anything either. You know what I'm saying? If I'm having consecutive seasons of I'm seeing increase, but I'm like, I know I can go to another level. Why is it that I'm not getting there and I have you as my trainer? Now, I don't hate Drew Hannon. Like I said, I think RJ just needs to mix it up a little bit. You can't just cook with salt. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to have a few seasonings in the pot. And I think some guys, like, I don't think it would hurt you to go see what Brickley's doing in the summer or see what this guy's doing in the summer. A few trainers out there. Work with a few ex-NBA players with what they think you should work on. They've seen it done before. Jamal Crawford, anyone, like anybody.
Yo, bring Nash in. He's available, I hear.
Right. Let's not go there. We're not gonna do that right now. We're not ready. We're not ready for that conversation.
We got Rick Brunson, then we got Jalen Brunson. So we got RJ. Let's bring. I mean, like, they keep it in the family thing, right? So
Listen,
I mean,
and it's
I'm
been
just saying,
and it's clearly been working.
I'm
right?
just saying he's in the neighborhood and he's not really too involved right now. I'm just throwing it
Can I
out
ask
there.
you guys something?
What's up?
What do you think about the they picked up Obi's contract extension?
Yeah.
How you feel about that, Kat?
It's confusing because, and this is why I don't know if these motherfuckers is on the same. I must be in a bad mood because I dropped a few F-bombs tonight. I don't think the front office is on the same page with the coaching as much as they say they are. And this is just my opinion. Because you pick up his option for what? For what?
He's talented, Josh.
Why did they pick up?
They know he's a fan favorite. They like, yo, we gotta do something right.
I need a real reason. Why? Now I'm asking you guys. I need to find out why they picked up Obi Toppin's option.
Because they plan on getting rid of Julius Randle, and they said we need him here.
They've been planning on getting rid of Julius Randle before they got
They're like, it's gonna happen this year.
Bro, I don't trust this front office to make anything work yet. I don't know. Until it happens, I'm not trusting nothing until it happens at this point. I can't even look at the stats. I don't even want to put the stats on the screen because I'm gonna get more upset. I don't even want to talk about the game anymore. We need to talk about what needs to change because we're gonna keep having the same conversation.
For what? They ain't listening to us. They not seeing it. If they're not seeing,
you never know. You never know.
You know what? You're right. You're right.
You never know. This is great. I swear to you, bro. There's no way you're on social media as a basketball player who can't shoot, and you're not like, yo, you know what? Let me go see what Lethal Shooter's doing this weekend. Like, bro, Dre, we've been saying it for decades.
Put RJ's numbers up,
huh?
Put RJ's numbers up. Keep going. Put RJ's numbers up. I just want to see. All right, so he was 8 for 18 and 2 for 6.
Terrible, man. I mean, like, shot selection is a thing, and that's also based off of how this team is constructed.
That's 33 minutes. He got 19 points, which isn't horrible.
But like I'm saying, it's the shot selection, and I also think it's because he has to shoot against 3 defenders in the paint.
44% shooting, 45% ain't bad.
He would have 30 if he had better shot selection.
And it's not just shot selection; it's spacing because of the roster construction. Like, all of this shit ties into each other. If you had better shot selection from RJ, and you had more spacing, which would create better shot selection from RJ if he primarily gets his buckets at the basket, and we know that who's always going to be in there? Mitch and Julius primarily, unless Julius is at the 3-point line. So how, and even if Mitch steps out of the paint, how far is his guy going to care that he goes if he's not going to shoot the ball? If Mitch isn't going to shoot the ball, then whoever's guarding Mitch doesn't have to stick to him. Like, they can just leave him be. Like, all right, fine, you want to go in the way in the corner, cool. You're not going to do anything over there. I'm just going to double whoever comes in the paint now. Like, you truly don't even, it's the simple, run the zone. Run the zone.
I think the other issue is we don't have shooters like that. Because if we had a threat behind the arc, we could spread the floor a little bit better than we do. We got everybody standing.
As a coach, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. If Evan Fournier was lights out from 3, I'd still run the zone because of the construction of the team.
I mean,
I'd still run the zone. This team is not constructed to win in this league.
The thing about the zone that I saw, there was a couple times where I saw they didn't attack the zone. You know, like there's like a spot in the middle, and I know anybody could just move over, but there was nobody aggressive enough to scare him in that zone. Like, I feel like if Julius Randle could dunk, there was like a few spots. You know how you could slip it. Nobody's fast enough to make it break, to make it collapse. There's nobody. They're not concerned about anybody who could shoot. Jalen Brunson knocked down a few shots. I really like Jalen Brunson.
Yeah.
Derrick Rose was pretty much useless. What did he do? 17 minutes, -9 plus minus, 3 points. He just, 25% field goal. Isaiah Hartenstein with 25. He shot a lot less, -4. He was all right, but
I don't mind Hartenstein. I
don't mind him either. The dude is all right. You know what I mean? But
because he's one of the guys on the team that don't have no problem with effort.
Yeah, he gives.
Yeah, I like him. I really like him. Hugh Grimes got out there for the first time, and when I saw him out there, I was like, please let him hurry up and get and just get into game shape.
Quentin Grimes played 4 minutes, right? At the end of the game, the last 4 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, I always say that, like, you don't know what the real situation is, but I saw them put him in there. I was like, oh, they gave him the shit minutes. They gave him the garbage minutes. And I was like,
garbage time.
But I was like, if he was healthy enough to play.
This is what I'm saying. If he's healthy enough to suit up, he doesn't have to
waiting until the end of the game when
he doesn't got to play 25 minutes. If you will still want to play him 10 to 12 minutes a game to make sure he doesn't get hurt, then do that. Just split it up. But this coach, I swear, he's so scared to just make single subs throughout the game. I don't know what it is, bro. Certain subs, even when there's 5 guys out there, and 3 of them are playing shitty. He's gonna call a timeout and put those same 5 back in there. Sometimes it's like, yo, just let those other guys sit and see what 2 other guys can do with the same unit because the effort is there. Like tonight with Quickly and Hartenstein, Quickly getting 16 rebounds. You know what I'm saying? Like Quickly, Emmanuel Quickly, that's effort. He should have been playing with the starters most of the game, if anything. And then all right, boom, he's playing well with this starter. Okay, let's keep him on the floor with him.
So,
and then you find someone else and you add that to it and you figure out how to get rid of this deficit.
I think Mitchell Robinson was a big part because what's his name kept saying it during the game. He was like, look, Mitchell Robinson now. He was like, now they're getting all the rebounds. And it's true. Mitchell Robinson was in there. He wasn't in there fighting for rebounds because he got 12 rebounds with the limited hit. He was only 18 minutes in the game.
Yeah.
Hartenstein got way more minutes, only got 6 rebounds. And like you said, Quickly got 16 rebounds. 14 of them was defensive rebounds. He got more rebounds than Isaiah Hartenstein. And Isaiah Hartenstein had more minutes. More minutes than Mitchell Robinson. So Mitchell Robinson was – I like what Mitchell Robinson was doing. He was out there blocking shots. He was out there scaring people out of the paint. He's fighting for rebounds.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was doing things out there. I like what he was doing. He was busy.
Yeah.
Hartenstein, it just wasn't his game tonight. 25%. Mitchell Robinson, 80% field goal percentage, 4 for 5 because he was getting them easy baskets, putbacks. He was doing his thing. But when he was out, we weren't getting the rebounds we were getting. That we were getting without him. So I think he's a big part of that first unit. He's showing that.
I got 4 blocks though.
Huh?
He got 4 blocks.
He got 4 blocks in the limited amount of
consecutive
time.
ones. Yeah, he was doing his thing.
It's effort.
So Mitchell Robinson was looking really good today. Emmanuel Quickly on the defensive rebound side was doing well. He hit all his free throws.
Mm-hmm.
Only one on the squad. You know what I'm saying? Derrick Rose didn't look good at all. You know, Evan Fournier never looks good.
That's what I was saying about Derrick Rose. Like he talks about he lost the weight so that he would be in the best health and condition of.
He looked lost out there, bro.
He looks confused. He threw a terrible pass, and it got picked off immediately. And I was just like, "What's happening?" I think he's done.
He don't look like the veteran. He don't look like no veteran anymore. He looked like he kind of like.
I don't think there's anything he could teach right now from his play. And
Bro,
again, I know it's
early.
early.
December.
I know it's early. I know. He's got.
That's not even what I'm saying.
And stuff like that. Like Kyrie said about Ben, give him some time.
But that's what I'm saying. Like he hasn't played since December.
Mm-hmm.
He's not ever going to get. How do you guys see Derrick Rose getting back to shape?
I think that Derrick Rose is giving you what Derrick Rose is giving you. I don't think.
I mean like NBA shape, like back to playing the role that he's supposed to be playing.
I mean,
he's a better. I think what I noticed, he's a better 3-point shooter than he was.
Oh my shit. I do think so. I do think so.
Didn't even tell me my ink slipped.
But this is all I'm saying is at this point, I think we can. I just don't know how much. And I don't have a problem with Derrick Rose either, but it's just sometimes I question why he's here.
Right. Why all the people that got moved wasn't Derrick Rose? Because I like Derrick Rose.
I don't have an issue with Derrick, and that's why I have trouble saying it, but I don't have an issue with Derrick. But why is he here? Like,
why is he here? Why is Evan Fournier here?
You know why? You know why Derrick Rose is here.
Yeah.
So get rid of the reason why he's here.
Right. That's what's got to happen.
Like the fact that we got to hold the roster spot because you want this guy here and he's not going to play. He ain't played since December. Yeah, that's a whole roster spot right there, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, when you start thinking like, yo, that dude's taking a whole roster,
an entire roster spot, yo. Like, let's look at this real quick. How many minutes he played? 17, he said?
But you need a vet. You need a vet on the team.
You need a vet who's going to contribute. And he can do that sometimes. But has he done it this year?
He hasn't looked good all year. I mean, he's had like some decent game. A decent game is the best you're going to get out of D Rose this year.
And this is what I'm saying. He doesn't need to do that on this team. Like
17 minutes?
I didn't even notice he was out there for that long. And this is not the bash all the players on the Knicks because we lost. You know what I mean? Like that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to see
thought that was
how
today's
this team is constructed and what makes sense to the front office, because there's a lot that I just don't understand. I do not understand why. Why is Derrick Rose here year after year if he's not going to be able to play?
I think that you know, it's becoming more and more apparent that the Knicks are rebuilding. They're in a rebuilding phase. I think that what the Knicks are trying to do, which I give them credit for, is that they don't want to like rush into creating a great team, and then they didn't develop players they were supposed to develop and so forth. But I think the biggest mistake that should be fixed rather quickly is the coach's situation.
Mm-hmm.
The Knicks go in this into the halfway through the season, and we only got 17 or 22 wins or whatever the case, or less.
Mm-hmm.
I think they really got to start talking about, because this Udoka thing got me so annoyed, because I was talking about that before.
Yeah.
As soon as I heard about this shit, they're gonna sit him down. I was like, the Knicks should go get him.
Mm-hmm. You did.
Now this dude going to Brooklyn.
Yep.
Now watch that squad turn around.
But you know what? He only knows how to teach. Like,
Bro,
he
I'm not even sure
he
that's
only
why.
knows how to really coach stars. So he wouldn't be able to do anything here.
Well, we'll see how that all goes. I just think maybe I'm emotional about how horrible I think Tibbs is for this squad or any NBA team. I swear, from Michael D'Antoni, a lot of these coaches, Steve Nash, a lot of these dudes shouldn't be coaches in the NBA. I swear. I don't know. These dudes get these jobs because of whatever.
Yo.
The game is changing, and these dudes ain't changing with the game.
Nah, and this is while we're on the subject. Like, that was one of the main topics when we first brought Tibbs on. You remember how he was talking about?
People like, you think we did the right thing?
Not even that. You remember Tibbs was saying, he was like, I've been out for a while, and I've been reading up on the game and doing a lot of analytics and looking at the analytics of things and the numbers of this and that, and the game is changing, so I got to add some things. Bro, prove it. Let me see the difference. What did you add? What do we say? Offensive wrinkles. What offensive wrinkles have we seen through Tibbs? How are we going to make this offense look a little bit better? How are we going to try different? Yo, at least try. You really sat there and defended the lineup that included Obi Toppin and Julius Randle. But then your lineups look shitty every night. Like, you can't try that lineup. You can't try those guys together at all. But you try every other combination in the book. But you can't run Randle and Obi Toppin. Just to space the floor for a little bit. Let me just see what kind of offense. Let's get these guys going. You don't have to run it for the whole game. Get some shots going, get some momentum.
He said he didn't like the numbers.
Of course he didn't like the numbers, because he's thinking about the defense. We can't score. Bro, we can't score, bro. Like, we don't have no offense that we can say, yo, that playbook right there, that's it. Everything that we do that works half the time is ISO. The only plays that are called that actually works are out of the timeout plays. He's amazing. After the timeout, let's run the play, boom. And they execute almost every time. The percentage of that, the percentage of that is extremely high.
Yeah, they get that first play out the timeout, and then they go right back to
back to whatever the hell they do on a normal basis. So I'm there has to be a change. Now we've been asking for a while. Let's see what Johnny got, bro. Why is Johnny still here? Johnny Bryant's been here for how long? And all these other teams are inquiring, and they want to see, and there's rumors here and there's rumors there. But he just stays right here. Why? Same question I'm asking why Derrick Rose is here. Why? Why is Johnny Bryant here if you're not going to use him? What is he doing? He's just here to talk to the guys during timeouts?
Maybe. I don't even think Tibbs listens to him either.
Why would Tibbs listen to anybody?
He used to be standing up next to him. I don't know if you noticed that, but now you don't see him.
Because you know what he's saying? He's like, you know what? I'm going to let you take this L by yourself.
I can't be associated with this.
Yeah, I can't be associated.
Yo, get that job.
Go ahead and take that L, playboy. Yo, whenever they had, because he's like, listen, when they show the footage of Tibbs on the sidelines, I don't want to be seen standing next to him. Like, I just, because when it's over, they're gonna be like, oh, Tibbs is not gonna be the coach of the New York Knicks, and you can't have Johnny Bryant standing there, and if he's gonna be that guy, so you got to separate them a little bit. It's one slight little thing that nobody really could notice, but it's kind of like, all right, why are you sitting down all of a sudden? Like the coach doesn't need you there anymore, like. But I don't think it's a big deal. But I do think there need to be some coaching changes. I think there needs, and if there's not going to be some coaching changes, change what you're doing. And that's it. Like, that's just me. Either we change how you're going to be coaching, or we change the coach. Because what we're doing isn't working. It's not working.
And I heard tonight that one thing that they should work on is how to sustain a lead. Because they get these leads, but then they let them just dissipate slowly off of to the point where they can't even come back. So I mean, I don't know, man.
But that's more the same. That's more the same.
I'm not happy.
It's frustrating now because now it's like I can't even be excited about Jalen Brunson anymore. I came into this season and it was like, yo, I have someone I could watch. Yeah. Now when Jalen goes off and he starts going crazy, I don't even care half the time because it's like, yo, what is the next few plays gonna look like down the field? Now I'm worried. I see a good play, I have like PTSD, and I don't even want to celebrate the play because now I feel like we still gonna lose the game somehow. I can't even enjoy what we got. I can't. And you saying start Grimes, Jose? Listen, bro. Like that man gotta stay healthy, bro. Like I don't. We are in a terrible conundrum. Our starter sucks at the 2. Our backup 2 right now is not good, and our other backup 2 is always hurt. That is a very, very pressing issue for us. We got to find out what to do with our wing, and if not, just start quickly. Like I know you're worried about the bench unit.
Quickly can't handle the starters though.
But the bench was like, wasn't that the squad that was scoring?
No, it wasn't that they were scoring. It was just that the starters were playing so bad together that he just was like, yeah, let's just run with these guys because at least the chemistry is, the energy is good. They're playing defense. Something is better than what the starters were doing out there. The starters just look stagnant, taking bad shots. It's like they're taking turns. You give Evan Fournier the ball, you know he's going to shoot it in the next 10 seconds. He's going to have the ball for at least 10. He might shoot it.
You know, Julius Randle led the team in turnovers.
How many turnovers did he have?
I think
he had 4.
His old average.
He's going back. It's the reverting back.
Yeah, because it seems like, again, what's happening is some way he believes that he's going to say that he kept losing the ball the same way with that running, and it was just like he lost the ball in the paint. There's no way to go. Mm-hmm. He's not backing the dude. He's facing up like he's going to cross him over. He loses the ball every single time he does that. He's trying to dribble himself out. This dude 6'10" trying to dribble the ball past somebody who's his size, sometimes smaller, and he's facing him up. Dude, it's like it's unreal that the coach. There was a few times I looked at Julius and I was like, coach should send him a message and bench his ass right now. Like Obi should be heading to the scorer's table right now, just so he can see. Like, what are you doing?
He don't want that though.
Yo, so
he's scared for him to be like that.
See, and this is a good point. I feel like at this point, why not try?
Yeah,
moving RJ to the 2. You bring in Obi, and you have Julius run the 3. I would much rather that. You know what I mean? Because at least what it'll do is it brings some space into the floor. You don't have to
be dope as a big small forward.
Who, Obi?
Yeah.
Even if he's the 3, like I don't care. They can interchange that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If he's a 3, he'd be a bigger 3, but because he runs.
Because they're both the same. They're both the same height anyway. But my thing.
Obi and RJ?
No, Obi and Julius. My bad. So like they can interchange between the 3 and the 4 is what I was saying. Yeah. But my thing with Tibbs is that he didn't want to play Obi and Julius together because of the fact that their defense so the numbers didn't look good defensively there.
Like he's not even trying it.
But and this is my thing. You can run them and still keep Mitch in there and have one of them run at the 3 spot. Why not at this point? Why not? Julius can do it. Julius can handle the rock. If you have that much faith in Julius bringing the ball up year after year, he can play the 3 spot, bro.
He
can play the
said
3
he
spot.
does. He did not like the numbers when Julius and Obi were on the court together. He's not going to do it.
But this is my thing. You brought them on the court together as the 4 and the 5. You can bring them as the 3 and the 4 and still keep Mitch, and your defensive numbers won't be as bad, because at this point you just need someone who's going to help space the floor and bring some kind of high octane offense that's not slow and predictable every single time you're down the floor.
So who comes off the bench?
I don't even care, bro. This is what I'm saying. Like, I don't care. Let's it could be anybody. Start Ryan Arcidiacono, bro. I don't care at this point.
Good job on the name,
call my mom up, see if she come off the bench.
You know what I'm saying? Come on.
Give my mom a call, see if she got mama.
Anybody, bro. Like, I don't know why Tibbs is so against it. But if what you're doing is not working, why not? If you're still starting Evan Fournier this year, like, I know we just what are we? How many games in? 7? 7
today
games
makes
in.
7, yeah.
7 games in. The same way Steve Nash was on the hot seat because they were losing the way they did. It should be the same for Tibbs. I don't know why why this team is so scared to scare Tibbs a little bit, bro. Just give him a little fear. Give him a little public fear, because I'm sure they've spoken to him behind closed doors. Give him a little public fear, a little bit, light a fire under his ass, make him change some things. Now, he's been playing a lot of the young guys. Why? Because he has no options. There's not that many old guys left on the team. Now, is that by design, or is that because he's changing? I don't know.
Nah.
He's not changing.
He ain't changing.
So, I'm good. I really honestly don't have much more to say. I'm really
That was a disappointing game. It hurt to watch that. To see that we were up. I would take a loss by 2-3 points. It was a good game. We played hard D. Everybody played right. We still lost. Those are losses that we can take. But this kind of game, when you look at the blaring problem at the coaching and how we move guys around and whatever, it's frustrating.
First of all, Toon, don't ever do that again.
What happened?
He texted me something that I'll tell you guys what he said after the show is over, but it's not safe for work. And I see why he didn't put it in the comments.
relating to the game, or just
relating to Tibbs, but it wasn't directed at Tibbs. It was what he added with it that made it like an old kind of moment. But we'll talk about it after. That was a good one, but I'm glad you didn't say it in the comments. I respect you for that one. But anyway, I don't know what we're gonna see that's different. What are we really gonna see that's different, guys? Like, seriously. Are we going to expect much change? I'm waiting to see if we are not, and this is my last point for the night. We have to be like extremely aggressive leading up to the trade deadline. If I see one more season of us not being extremely aggressive at the trade deadline, I truly don't know how much I'm going to enjoy doing what we do here because I can't do this for an entire season again, and these guys don't change anything.
Don't get me wrong. I think that we got the whole season ahead of us, right? It could be a decent season. We turn a few things around, even if we keep the same coach, and it's not like it's over. It's early. It is early. You know what I'm saying? But
that's why you got to make the changes now.
Looking the same, though.
Yeah.
That's the sad part.
We all looking the same, and hopefully things turn around, because I want to be optimistic. As a fan, of course, I want to be optimistic. I think they could turn things around. It's possible. Do I believe it? I'm more hoping. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got the faith, but these boys,
I really just need these guys to win one game.
Do you know how annoying it is to have a 20-something point lead and you can't even be happy for your team?
And you're like watching it. You're scared. You're like, I'm watching it and it's evaporating. I'm like, here they go.
And it's the same.
Here they go. Somebody's always knocking down multiple threes.
Always. See, but this is what I'm saying. The same thing with Jalen Brunson. I can't even enjoy the fact that we have a good point guard because it's like, we might lose this game. No.
He looked like he frustrated too.
Yeah, because he knows what bad basketball looks like. He's won all his career. All he's done is win everywhere he's been at.
Yo, did you see the play where Julius Randle was coming down? This is just after the half, because I remember we were at the other basket.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was Derrick Rose, and he's coming down, he jumps up and throws the ball at Derrick Rose's feet, or whoever that was. And he looked up like, and he was going like this.
RJ?
Like, I think it was RJ Barrett, but it was less.
RJ.
Huh?
It was RJ. He threw it to Derrick Rose.
No, but yeah, both. But he was looking down like, oh man, but he threw it at Derrick Rose's feet, and it's like, dude, slow down. Like, what are you doing?
Right. Yeah.
That was another big turnover, and it stows. Yo, he did like 4 or 5 of those plays where the dude just start dribbling, and as soon as I see that, yo, Obi, come on, somebody get back up.
You talking about RJ?
Is that the play where he threw it out of bounds?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think he thought he was gonna cut.
He thought,
and Rose didn't.
Yeah, but
so he was just
how would you think that he's gonna do anything where you were running this way and he just jumped up and threw it that way? You're a power forward, bro.
Are we talking about Julius?
Yes.
Right,
Okay. I'm thinking about 2 different plays because I thought it was RJ. Because
I
know the play. RJ made that exact play. He drove from the right, not the right hash, but in between the middle and the right hash toward the free throw line, and then he jumped and threw it to the left to D Rose, and then went straight out of bounds.
Julius did it. It was like one of the last ones I saw he did, and it was just like, what were you? It's like there was no time for him to think about what was going on that side of the court. On that side of the court, he just knew somebody was there. He threw it at his feet, like he threw it mad hard and threw it at his feet. There was like no chance he's getting that, and it's just like, Julius, what's going on here? Like, this is what when you have your power forward thinking he's making plays. It's unreal.
It's unreal. Jose says, you think Obi being the fan favorite bothers Randall and or RJ? I don't think so.
I don't think it matters. I don't think that Julius is a smart player.
Not even that. I don't even think they care because Obi is not like Obi's getting minutes. It's nothing to be jealous
Obi's not getting the minutes anyway. I think if they start having a conversation about Obi starting over him, I think that's when it'll break him down. But Obi's not getting the minutes. But Obi should be playing, like you said, Josh. They should try the whole small forward, power forward combo with Obi playing. I'd like to see Obi at small forward and try RJ at the 2. If we got this dude, because he's a better defender, he's a reasonable shooter, and I don't think you might not. And the thing that I like about Obi is that he can actually shoot. He's shooting pretty good this season.
I'll take Josh Primo. I'm sorry.
You take what?
Josh Primo. Tune that out. Pointed out Josh Primo. I'll take him. I'd take him. I'm telling you right now. I seen him from when he was 17 and he was drafted. He was good. The kid's good.
Who he play for?
He played for the Spurs. He just got released because some sexual misconduct stuff happened.
Power forward?
No,
this sexual misconduct thing is getting out of hand. I think they should just smack sexual misconduct on all the NBA players because they all doing it. I'm like, who's not sexual misconduct? All you need is somebody to tell on them. I mean, like, put me in the NBA. I'm going crazy. I'm like, you coming with me? You coming with me? Yo, she pressed charges.
Yo, Dre, it says you're here again.
Yeah. We here. No, not.
Nah, but
we back here.
I don't. We back here. Yeah, they playing like they.
We back here
running backwards, but I don't. Just to sum it up, if there's anything good I want to point out tonight, it's the fact that the game ended. Wow. I don't know much else that I could point to anything that was good, and I could sit here all day and do this, but I don't know who we playing next. We are playing next 76ers. Oh boy.
Now watch us get that win.
I think Embiid is out.
I don't trust it. If Embiid is out, we might win.
Hey, we definitely gonna lose if Embiid is out. They're gonna figure out a way to lose that.
No, you know what it is? Embiid's not gonna be in, and whoever subs in for Embiid
is gonna drop 35.
He's gonna drop 35 because coach did not expect him to play any basketball then. He's gonna be like, oh shit, who's this guy?
Whoever is in his spot is gonna drop 35. Like, yo, y'all be playing the Knicks tonight? Who guarded me?
Yo, seriously, same thing.
Like,
matter of fact, we played. Damn it! They better change that starting lineup starting now. You about to have James Harden with Evan Fournier guarding him?
Yo,
I
you know.
told you.
Oh, forget it. Yo, you know who's
He's gonna
gonna
go
kill
off.
us that game? Maxey. He going
Bro.
for 40.
Hold on. I need y'all to understand why I don't want Evan Fournier in my starting freaking lineup. You see the next 4 teams we playing?
Boston, Minnesota. He getting chewed up. The Nets.
Who is he guarding?
Detroit.
Who is he gonna help us beat? The only team he might do anything versus is the freaking Celtics, because for some reason,
That's
whenever
because
he
his
sees
old
Green,
team and he just coming in there to
he
bust
wants to
ass.
play good, and he's still gonna get his ass busted that game. I don't know what needs to
Come
happen.
on, y'all gotta take it easy on. Y'all gotta respect your elders right now. This ain't
He's
They ain't even
elderly,
our
right?
elders.
He looked like it. He looking like it. The way he move out there, he definitely look like an elder. Because it's not gonna work. You gonna have James Harden, Jaylen
I
Brown.
can get out there and defend.
James Harden, Jaylen Brown, Anthony Edwards, and whoever the hell's Kyrie Irving.
They're gonna have a field day.
This is going to be one of the toughest stretches of the season, bro.
Well,
And it's the season
when we play
started.
Brooklyn, November 8th. Oh, I was gonna say Kyrie's he has some time to mess things up and not be on the roster.
Yeah, and not take that Twitter post down. Yep.
He's gonna do something that's gonna distract somebody, but then he's gonna come. I don't know, bro. To be honest with you, I'm sure we're gonna beat the Pistons.
Timberwolves are gonna give us the business. That I can tell you right now.
Timberwolves
They're
gonna give us the business.
There's
They're
no
gonna give us the
matchup for that team.
We're not going. I'm telling you right now, the way we score at the basket all game long, and Cat and freaking Rudy Gobert,
they're gonna kill us.
we're not scoring. The same thing with the Celtics. You got what's the guy, the Dominican guy?
He said we're not scoring.
Who's the Dominican guy? Who?
We're not scoring.
What's his name? The four
Dominican
from
guy on the Celtics.
The Celtics. Come on, man! Like he's a vet. The veteran.
Al Horford.
He's
Dominican. I didn't know that.
You ain't know that? You ain't never hear him speak?
He's Dominican as hell.
Oh, he ain't from Harlem, Cap. He don't know how they sound.
Nah, he's Dominican as hell. But you got you gotta
be Dominican. As soon as he speak, I'm like, oh, he Dominican?
Nah, but Al Horford, then you got Robert Williams. Like, matter of fact, I'm not sure if Robert Williams is back.
Nah, he's not back.
He's not back.
Mm-mm.
Okay. So we might not lose by that much versus the Celtics. But then you still got the Timberwolves, and then you still got the Nets. Bro, we got a bunch of teams who can defend the paint. And where do we get most of our buckets from?
Hold on, real quick. Back to the whole Dominican. Yo, Cuzzo, you ain't see the Dominican Usher clips?
Nah.
Yo.
The Dominican Usher.
Josh, you ain't see them joints?
Nah.
Them joints is the funniest shit ever. You gotta watch it. They got Usher. He says, but they got like with the Dominican accent doing it. But you'll change your ways. There's nobody who. Yo, you gotta Google that, YouTube that, Dominican Usher. Dude, you're gonna be on the floor crying. But that's how Horford sound when he talks.
Oh my God. And Jose, nothing's wrong with being.
And he was like, and you already know. Yo, the joint is crazy. It's like no, dude, it's like everything he said. It's like whoever did that, he got it. Well, he's Dominican, most likely.
Clearly was Dominican if he did it.
Yeah, that shit is like perfect, boy.
Yeah. And Jose, there's nothing wrong with being Dominican. Trust me.
Come on, man.
Trust me. We love your culture, bro.
I remember. Well, we were raised where we was right. I remember one time I was on a train platform with my man, and he was actually his sister dropped her purse. She was Puerto Rican, so and that my man, his name Luis Valerio, and his sister dropped the purse in the tracks.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I got it, dog. I get it for you. And she was like, oh my God. I was like, I get it for you. I jumped down there, grabbed the purse, put it up there, and jumped back up on the platform. And this Dominican dude was like, they Dominican taught you that, bro. And I was like, all right, yeah, I guess so. Like,
I guess so.
I just looked to see no train was coming. I jumped in the train. You wanted credit for that. I was like, you got it.
That's crazy. I never forget the day I jumped in the tracks and that Jane was like, I was like, oh
yeah, you think it don't look like it's that hot till you get down there.
Bro, that and I'm above 6 feet, so that was a little scary.
Yeah,
But
I wasn't. Well, I was a kid when that happened. You're on Broadway. That's it. That's Broadway. Is Black and Dominicans up there, 150 something.
You invincible when you were a kid, so you don't get scared. Just do whatever.
I used to look at the train and be like, "Yo, if the train came and I was down there, I could just slip underneath on the side."
Yeah, I used to say the same thing.
I used to say, oh, yo, it's crazy. I was just thinking it as you said that. Like, you could always just dip under.
Always just slide over to the side.
Nah. Once I saw a rats be under there, I'd be like, nah. I'm down there with the rats, and I gotta wait for the train to move. Nah,
that's the other side.
Listen, if a train is coming, listen. I'm being a godfather to a few rats for a little bit. I'm gonna sit right in a little corner, like, yo, let's sit right here. Hold me.
We used to ride on the outside of the train and all of that dumb shit, just mad stuff. We used to jump from platform because on 145th Street, not outside, but like on the outside of the train.
Yeah.
But my friends used to go from one joint to the next. I never did. I would ride on it for a little while till it got too fast. I'd jump off. But I wasn't doing all that extra stuff. You don't know what be inside that joint. You had that little stop sign right next to it. You'd be finished.
Nah. I'm glad I didn't grow up down there as much as I could have, because I probably would have been involved with the whole.
Joshua we got early. See, I was already a junior in high school when we moved upstate.
Right. Yeah. I was a little kid. I was a little kid by that time, so I'm glad.
On Riverside riding the buses, hanging on the back. You see us on the back.
It's funny. I was just telling somebody, my coworker, about how we used to ride our bike through the cemetery.
Yeah. That's where we learned to ride.
That's how we learned how to ride our bikes to the cemetery on 155th Street.
Yeah, you dead serious?
Dead serious.
Yeah, in the cemetery. That was like, there was no park. The park we had was a basketball court right across the street. That was when Mary J. Blige shot her first video. So there was no place. You could go to Riverside, but you're still in the street. And then so we lived on 152nd, Amsterdam and Broadway, 155th in Amsterdam and Broadway. It was like the whole avenue from Amsterdam and Broadway. But they had like a nice long path. Like they had all these paths, but they had this one section where if you went that way, there was always this aggressive dog barking and he would chase you. If you went around that little section on like the little secluded part where like whoever was like the groundskeeper had like a house there.
Yeah, it's like the maid's quarters or something like that.
Yeah, and if you went over there, that dog was coming out chasing after you. So I went through one time. So, you run through there, but I would never let Josh when he was learning how to ride. I was like, "Nah, you're not riding over there. He ain't fast enough." Because I was like, "I'm leaving you, boy. That dog gonna chew you up."
Yeah, my ass would have ditched the bike, boy. It'd have been
that dog would have caught us, boy.
And then I was telling him about how we got locked in there one day and we had to throw our bikes.
Oh, we had to throw the bikes over the fence. You remember that?
Oh, that was crazy,
dude. I was
right across the street from the 1909 building. I'm telling you right now, that was one of the most fondest memories of my childhood in Harlem.
1909?
Yeah, no, not just, of course, 1909, but I'm saying like the riding my bike in the cemetery, how we used to just randomly, and that was also where we had our karate classes.
Yeah, it was in that building,
that same building, not in the cemetery. Like,
I'm like, what cemetery is this? It's like a multi-purpose cemetery.
What? And
matter of fact, who shot a video in there? Was that the Wu-Tang? Wu-Tang did a video in that building.
What was that building that they had a cemetery in the back?
Nah, that building was that was the church.
It was a church?
That was the church. But the way they had it was like this. You would walk in. It was like all cathedral. Like you would walk in and they had this. So when you walked in, you weren't really in the building. You were just like all the columns, all the pillars. So you would walk a long path into it. Then you in the building that we had the karate class on the second floor. It was one of those old Gothic buildings, and the floor would creak. And then the karate classroom, they had one room. They rented it out to us, so we had karate because one of the guys from my church, he had a karate class, and me and Josh was in there. So mom put me in there because I kept getting in the fights at school. So she was like, "You're gonna get this energy out. You're going to karate class, coming back."
Yeah, my ass was in there not paying attention.
Yo, the teacher used to be like, "Yo, talk to your brother, man." I don't know what to say to him.
It was nothing to talk about. Me at 5, I'm looking at Joe at 5. Yeah, right. There's no way.
If you're not into it, like he don't realize what's going on in there.
There's no way I'm putting Joe in karate class right now. Like
I wouldn't put no kid in karate anyway. My kid's going in boxing. If he gonna do all of that, put him in boxing and kickboxing, boy, because he really got to fight.
EJ,
like I heard this comedian say. He was like, the only way you win a fight in karate, he said, only way karate works is if the other person you fighting knows karate too. You know what I'm saying? It's like ridiculous. Like you be sitting there doing these katas and doing all that. Ain't nobody sitting there going like this, waiting for you to hit them. This ain't no TV show.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. That definitely used to think. I used to think because of the. Remember the shit we used to do?
Yeah, the katas.
I used to really think I was gonna go to school and beat somebody ass. Like, yo, I'm like, yo, don't mess with me.
I mean, you tried.
I start breathing.
Yeah,
They be like, yeah, what are you doing? Stop breathing.
I mean,
Yeah,
you just didn't get to the level where it was.
Now, don't get me wrong. We used to have the competitions. We fight each other. And I remember there was this girl I was scared of because she was a brown belt. But she would come every now and again to this. And I remember I got nice by the time she had came back. So she was out there with the brown. She had the dope. Her gi was dope. It was white. It was like those tight, tough like material. And I had got the new joint. So the first one I had was all flimsy white joint. And I got the nice one. So I was confident. I got my purple belt. I used to tighten it tight. And it was like hard. Like, it would still hang up like this. It wasn't like the other ones with like flat like that. The joint would still stick out a little bit. So I remember fighting her, and like we would really be getting into it, except you like using your legs. It wasn't being like a street fight. But I remember sweeping her off her feet, and I remember her getting up like, oh snap. But I had the dudes that he had me fighting was dudes that was already in high school. You know what I'm saying? And it was like Andre going to high school next year. I remember they was like Andre going to high school next year. He was like, nah. So he had all them kids that were in high school. Yo, these dudes beating me up. I would have like a little bloody nose a little bit, go back in there. And I was like, these dudes was beating me up. But that was when it really got real. Like when you were a kid in there, you ain't,
Yeah.
Like he was like, yo, you gonna be fighting.
Right. Yeah. Like I didn't care about really fighting somebody with that shit. Like I could not pay attention at all. There was so many times where he would send me, he was like, yeah, just go sit down over there.
He was like, yo, go sit down. He was like, Joshua. I said, no, he called him PJ. I remember that. I was thinking that's like PJ.
Go PJ, over there. It was crazy because it was like it was almost like my designated spot. Like I kind of knew that by the end of the class, I would end up over there.
End up there somewhere.
Yeah, like that was like, yo. He usually could only pay attention if it was like
he was like PJ go. And I remember Joshua. I would look back and Joshua would be like, it was like he was always like doing whatever he was playing, like whatever was on the floor, like PJ, huh? It was like he was too cute.
It's crazy because I definitely I see myself now. I see myself sitting there now, not paying attention to y'all. So I know I was doing a whole bunch of other stuff.
He was doing a whole bunch. I remember looking back one time, Joshua was busy doing some other shit, and I was
like, and then now I'm thinking about Josiah at 5 years old. It'd be the same exact way.
My daughter, like, she can't sit still,
sit still, like now, like now I'm looking back, like I guess
mommy was tripping. She just needed a break.
She just needed a break. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, now I'm looking back now. Maybe I wasn't that bad of a kid. Like mom just needed a break, needed me out of the house. Because I wasn't like I was just that young kid who was I was 5. I was gonna sit there.
Yeah, that's how most of them are, man. That's how most. I try to put my wife and my oldest son in karate, and I had to go take him because she was at work, and I'm sitting there watching him. All the other kids is doing what they're supposed to be doing. He's the only one doing something else. And I'm just like, just do what he says, man. And
come on, bro.
And after class, he would talk to all the parents about their kids. And he'd be like, yo, you really just got to focus a little bit more. I'm just like, he's not going to do it, man. He's not going to happen. What do you want me to do here, man? You in there, you telling him what to do. He listening? What am I supposed to do? Yeah,
you've been there. Right.
You the master.
Jeez. Bro, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. Like, and it's funny because I hear, like my wife was talking to parent teacher stuff, and now JoJo's at school, but she was talking to him, and he, which is odd because at home you guys know, he's a ball of fire, but at school apparently he's just very quiet, and then when it's like playtime, like he goes to like the book section and he picks a book and he sits down and reads a book, and I'm like,
this is JoJo.
Thank you. Andre, thank you. This is exactly what I'm saying. I said that to my wife when she tells me. I'm like, wait, you talking about JoJo, not EJ, right?
Right.
She's like, yeah, JoJo. I'm like, what? Because that's not who he is at home. Like, he's the complete opposite. But I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to complain. Because if anything, you don't want to get those calls on you. That's not something you want to have to worry about. So, you know what I mean?
You just got to stay engaged. I think both of y'all do like a really good job when it comes to being fathers. Like I saw the pumpkin things that you did with the kids, the Black Panther, Spider-Man, that was pretty dope.
That was fun.
And I know Joy go hard with the Montessori stuff, and she be doing her thing. So I mean, Just
Yeah,
keep it up.
we
Keep
still
it
live,
up.
right? We don't change topics, baby.
Yeah,
Like,
we still live. What's going on, everybody? Peace out to the chat.
yeah, how y'all doing? I'm back
How
to
y'all
the
doing?
championship.
I think when the show started, we were done with the Knicks. So I mean,
Yeah. You're right. Like right now, we just hit an event. I think this
Yeah.
is just a venting session. We just talking about
We
karate.
talk about better things. We talk about family. And
Right.
Right.
We're not here to talk about what makes us
we
upset.
talk about real life now.
Right.
all the comments stopped. They're just like, "Oh, they done?"
They like, oh, these niggas.
No, they just hit it like, yeah, that's some good stories.
All right,
But
Joe.
this was the Knicks.
They got some good stories. They still sitting here. So shout out to y'all if y'all still
Jose
sitting
found
here.
the Dominican Usher thing. He posted that in the
Oh,
chat.
that's what.
Oh, you got it in. Yo, you gotta check it out.
I was watching it. It's a
gotta
pretty
check
good
that
dub.
Yo,
Pretty good dub.
I gotta
they
check
will
that out.
change your ways, and then nobody knows. Yeah,
I gotta check that out after this. Listen, thank you guys for tuning in. If you're still here, please hit us with a like. Tell a friend, and hit that bell so that you're notified when we go live. You guys got any more words? Any last comments for the people?
I want to have a bright outlook. I think it's still early. I think it was an annoying game. Like you said, Ricky, before we went live, you was like, yo, I didn't even want to do the show. Like it looked so bad. Like it was one of those disheartening. Yeah, so it's one of those. I don't know when the next time, I'll be working probably the next game or whatever the case. So I probably won't be. But watch us have like a good game, and I won't be able to jump on with y'all, whatever the case. But I think I want to be positive. I'm not a big fan. I'm telling you right now, of the coach. And I think that if we did get a better player as a shooting guard, I feel like Tibbs would find a way to mess that up. Yeah. I feel like he'd do something and we'd be sitting here like, yo, why did he do that? Like the subs and stuff. But I'm gonna be positive. I think that the Knicks, we have some things to work out. And if this dude is going based on numbers and you see that pod that negative plus minus next to Evan Fournier's name, I think he should pay some real close attention to that. Because talking about, numbers and analytics. I hope he's looking at the analytics for that, for sure.
I need the analytics that says that Fournier makes this team better as a starter. I need to see those analytics.
Yeah.
I need, because you see every other freaking analytic out there besides for the one that matters.
Right. Dude was negative 20 or whatever. Yeah, it was negative 20. He said he didn't know if it went that high. Like,
I didn't know.
Damn, bro, I went right back there. I got really angry.
My last thing to say is, like, when you hear the coach's comments post game, it sounds like he has an actual handle over reality.
He does. It does, and that's the only reason why I'm able to calm down. But then it's like,
he doesn't make any adjustments to go along with that. He's just hoping that, it was just this game. When I put him out there next game, things will be different.
See, and that's the thing. Me and you could do that. This is my problem. I can do that. Mm-hmm. I can go out there and call a timeout. I'm like, oh shit, they just scored 2 in a row. Whatever the case, too big. They shifting the momentum. Let me call a timeout. I can do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then put the same guys out there and not making adjustments. I can do that too.
Mm. Right. Like anyone can go out there and just coach a basketball.
What's going on here? You know what I mean? So that's all.
I need to see it work. I need to see it work. Last thing before we get out of here, Jose, I did see this. He said, how much weight do you put in the article that OB is requesting a trade? I'm not believing that.
I don't believe that at all.
I don't believe it, especially because it came right after his option was picked up.
Yeah.
So
I was like, what?
Yeah,
I look at the date and I was like, this don't make any sense.
Yeah, it just didn't make sense. So I'm not believing that. It's something to watch, of course, to see, you know what I mean? But I'm sure I don't see Obi and Julius Randle both being on this team in the same role next year. I don't see that happening. I do see Obi's agent trying to figure out a way to get him somewhere where he can showcase his ability to be a better player than what he's able to show here. So, I don't know. Your tune is still going crazy.
Yeah, man. We see it. Soon we start talking about Knicks again. The comments started.
They start right back. They're like, what's going on? Tune said
they were hanging with us through it, and then it was like, they talk about.
Tune said he dozed off and then woke up because he said his phone fell off. So clearly we put them to sleep. Listen, let's get up out of here, y'all.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, because we over an hour. We done an hour and a half.
We done an hour and a half talking about these behind. Like I said, Friday we playing the Sixers, and we'll see how that works. We'll see how that goes, man. Yeah. We'll see. I'm not even sure if I'm going to be on that night.
We might pull that one out. Who knows? Pause.
We'll see. Yeah, pause. Good one. Good call. But thank y'all for tuning into the God Mix podcast. Once again, Mommy host Apollo Reed, Rick the Ruler, Andre Jalil. Thank you, Dre, for being here during the week. I know that's something that's not normal.
I'm on
anymore,
furlough
'cause-
this week, boy. I'm on furlough. I'm
Oh,
like,
so
we
you
live.
You here this week. You here this week.
But I'm going back to my other job tomorrow, Friday, Saturday. So the rest of this week and next week.
No, I'm talking about
Unless we get a Sunday game, give us a Sunday game. I'm in there with y'all. Don't even worry about it.
I think that might be able to work. And then it's good to have you here, man. It's good to have you here.
Hey, listen, I'm always
unfortunately, it's after a loss tonight, but you know what I'm saying. You made it easier for us. I guarantee if it was just me and Rick, we'd have been out here in about 45 minutes. We would have been gone.
Yeah, I'd have been like, you know what I mean? We out here. See, we start talking about our history and our past and all that. Make it interesting.
And riding bikes and
in cemeteries and all that.
Cemetery.
Listen,
running from dogs,
keeping girls off their feet in a negative way.
Listen, man. Thank y'all for tuning in once again. And until next time, you have a good one, man. Peace.